Hey everybody, it's me, Lady T, coming to you from my bedroom, talking to the people on live. I'm doing a live about some lupus facts. Just about some lupus facts. Reading some things that people don't know about lupus. Even though I'm super, super tired right now. Yeah, I'm super tired. Not that. So hey guys, it's me, Lady T. Just wanted to come on today and share with you some more facts about lupus. Some of you may be tired of this content. However, I hope it's educational and I can share with you some things about lupus that you may not have known. Maybe you know somebody with lupus and you don't understand them or their symptoms, or maybe you're having symptoms and you haven't been diagnosed yet, and I can tell you maybe a couple of reasons why you haven't been diagnosed with it. Today I wanted to talk about lupus, and one thing that is in this list that I have from the Lupus Foundation of America. I'm getting this information online. I have it right here on my iPad, the Lupus Foundation of America. And I just wanted to read a couple of things to you and then talk about whatever is pertaining to my situation. Let me say this, that I'm not a doctor. I have no medical advice for anybody. If you think you're having symptoms, or I'm describing anything that you feel that you're going through, please contact your doctor. Don't take anything that I say as medical advice. I'm just reading from the internet and explaining some things that I go through as a person who has lupus. So I'm not giving anybody any medical advice. The only thing that I can say is that if you're having anything that's being described from the Lupus Foundation of America website, then I suggest you go to your doctor and talk to your doctor and discuss some of the things that you're going through. Okay, so some facts you may not know about lupus, and again, this is from the Lupus Foundation of America. Lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that ravages different parts of the body. I've said this many times. Lupus attacks the body, so your body is really attacking itself, basically. No two cases of lupus are alike. Common symptoms include joint pain, skin rashes, overwhelming fatigue, and fevers that last for days or weeks. Most people with lupus don't look sick. That's a common thing people will say to people who have lupus, but you don't look sick. If you say you're going through this or you're going through that, they like to say, but you don't look sick. You don't have to look sick to be sick. Lupus can impact any organ or tissue, from the skin or joints to the heart or kidneys. Two leading causes of serious illness and death from lupus are kidney disease and heart disease. Two leading causes of serious illness and death from lupus are kidney disease and heart disease. Okay? Lupus usually develops between ages... Somebody said something. I don't know who this person is, but they are being annoying. Hey, big sis, blessed Sunday to you too. Lupus usually develops between ages 15 and 44, and it lasts a lifetime. I was diagnosed with lupus in 2001, and I don't know how old I was, but I was in my 40s, I guess. Had to be in my 40s. Yeah. 39 or 40, I think I was. Somewhere around there. And it took years. Hi, Sharon. God bless you too. And yes, but God. So when I was diagnosed, it had been years and years and years before anybody could ever find out what was wrong with me. And when I finally got the diagnosis, it made sense, even though I didn't know anything about lupus. But it made complete sense, and I was having symptoms as a child, but nobody knew what lupus was, or nobody, if they did, nobody thought to look into it. Um, but they say lupus usually develops between ages 15 and 44 and lasts a lifetime. Unless God heals you, because everybody know that God can heal you. Lupus can strike anyone, but 90% of the people living with lupus are females. Men, children, and teenagers develop lupus too. Two famous people, Seal, he's a singer, and what's that boy's name on Wild 'N Out, Gerald? That has lupus. That was married to Mariah Carey. Yeah, Nick Cannon. He has lupus as well. Charles Kuralt has lupus as well. You look good, Butter, and those braids are gorgeous. Thank you so much, big sis. Thank you. Charles Kuralt died from lupus? Okay. It says men, children, and teenagers develop lupus too. While people of all races and ethnicities can develop lupus, lupus occurs 2 or 3 times more frequently among African Americans, Asians, Hispanics/Latinos, Pacific Islanders, and Native Americans than among Caucasians. Yeah, Nick Cannon has lupus. Yep, he talks about it all the time. You see how he be wearing those beanies, those turbans on his head? I don't know if he wears the turbans on his head because of hair loss or what, but yeah, he has lupus. Seal heals in the skin. I said, yeah, Seal has lupus too, but Seal has discoid lupus. While the causes of lupus are unknown, scientists believe hormones, genetics, which means hereditary, and environmental factors are involved. More research is needed to better understand the role of these factors in people with lupus. Now, I'm going to say this. I am not a doctor. I don't have any proof. Michigan Rest, to continue prayers up for you and all those who suffer with it. Thank you. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, but I do want to say that I believe lupus is hereditary because I believe I contracted or got lupus from my paternal side of the family. And I say that because on my mother's side of the family, nobody has been diagnosed with lupus. But on my father's side, what's that type you said? I'll tell you in a second. On my dad's side, I have several cousins with lupus. I had one cousin with lupus, but I have 2 other cousins that have autoimmune diseases. So, one cousin she says she has scleroderma, but the other cousin has, I can't even think of it right now. But she has another autoimmune disease, and she shakes a lot, and she can't really talk because she shakes so much so you don't understand what she says. You're not a medical doctor, but you play one in there. The YouTube streets, I do, right? I have discoid lupus and systemic lupus, which means that lupus affects my skin and my joints as well as my inside. So my internal organs are messed with. So again, I've had a heart attack, I've had a stroke, I've had all kind of crazy stuff going on with me. I have lesions in my brain. I have what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, a lesion on my lungs. I have a cyst on one of my kidneys. So I got a lot of stuff going on, but thank God that, the cyst on the lesion on my lungs and the cyst on my kidney have not changed. They've been the same for several years, thank God. So that means it's not growing, but it's there, and it's there because of lupus. Thank you to those who hit the like button. If you're still here, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. While the causes of lupus are unknown, scientists believe hormones, genetics, and environmental factors are involved. More research is needed to better understand the role of these factors in people with lupus. Lupus can be expensive to live with and treat. The average annual direct and indirect costs incurred by a person with lupus can exceed $21,000 annually. A higher cost per patient Hold on, I missed it. Where is it? It says a higher cost per patient than those living with heart disease, bipolar disorders, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, diabetes, hypertension, and asthma. So they're basically saying it costs a whole lot more for people with lupus to be treated. Lupus can be difficult to diagnose. There is no one single blood test to diagnose lupus, and the symptoms mimic those of other diseases, vary in intensity, and can come and go over time. So lupus goes in and out of remission. More than half of those affected with lupus suffered at least 4 years and saw 3 or more doctors before obtaining a correct diagnosis of lupus. Let me tell you, I suffered for more than 3 years because I was a child, been sick since I was a child. Nobody never knew what it was. My joints would swell, my hands would swell. I would drop things because I couldn't feel stuff. I always had headaches. I always was tired. It was always something. But people thought that I was just playing around. People thought that I just wanted attention because I was in foster care. But I recently just thought about it and I was like, you know what? Probably I was having flare-ups when I was little because I was stressed out being in foster care. So that's probably what actually brought the symptoms on because, when you're in foster care, things happen or whatever, and you really feel stressed out about a lot of things. So I think that's what was happening with me, although nobody knew or mentioned or even thought about lupus, when I was a kid. Michigan Red said, and through it all, God has blessed you with an amazing creative mind. Look at our God. He is an awesome God. He definitely is an awesome God. So they said there's no blood test, no single blood test to diagnose lupus. There is one major test. It's called the ANA. It's an antibody test. And most of the time when people get diagnosed with lupus, that ANA test is positive. It took years for my ANA to come positive because every time I went, although I was having some symptoms, I wasn't having like a major flare. So if I wasn't having a flare, it wouldn't show up in the test. Although, again, there's no one single test, but having your ANA test being positive, that's a very good indication of lupus or some type of inflammatory disease or autoimmune disease. So lupus is inflammatory in that it mimics arthritis a lot. Anything that has to do like with your bones, whatever, like arthritis and stuff like that. So my bones, my joints hurt all the time. They swell up. Sometimes the pain is just unbearable. But there are medications for people with lupus, but most of them I can't take. My system won't tolerate it. So I can't take the medication that they prescribe for lupus. And if I didn't have problems with the medicine for lupus, I probably would be better off than I am right now. But because I can't take the medications that they prescribe, I gotta live with it because I can't take the medication. One of my doctors now is trying to get me off of prednisone. I've been on prednisone for over 21 years, and my bones are just brittle. So one of my doctors told me that my bones can break anytime because they're brittle. Now what's been happening is I've been stumbling a lot. My ankles have been giving out on me. My wrists have been giving out on me. But thanks be to God that every time that happens, I'm near someone or something so that I have never fallen due to my ankles and my bones being brittle. But I don't take chances. Well, I do in the house, but not when I go out. Early diagnosis is crucial to preventing long-term consequences of the disease. If you notice signs or symptoms of lupus, be sure to engage your doctor and ask questions. Let me tell y'all something. Severely aching joints are also RA issues. I know how that feels. I know. That's what I'm saying. Lupus really mimics a lot of things. And people have been misdiagnosed with having rheumatoid arthritis and found out that they have lupus. And I have arthritis as well. I don't have rheumatoid arthritis, but I know rheumatoid arthritis can be very debilitating. I know that for a fact. Because I know somebody who has it, and I tell you, boy, they look bad, and I'm not saying you look bad, big sis. I'm saying this person that I'm talking about, they really look bad because the disease have them like like their hands is like, I remember when I went to go see them a few years ago, and I went to shake their hand, and they grimaced. They was like, ah. I was like, what's wrong with you? This is a man. Actually, it's my ex-husband. I went to go shake his hand, and he grimaced, and he was like, you did that on purpose. I was like, how did what on purpose? I didn't even know you had rheumatoid arthritis. But when I went to shake his hand, it was very, very painful for him. And I apologized to him because I didn't know he had it. But when I saw him, I'm like, we're only 2 years apart. When I saw him, I was like, oh, dang. Like, the rheumatoid, it's got him messed up. He even walks like he's in tremendous amount of pain. I feel bad for him, but, it is what it is. So lupus can mimic rheumatoid arthritis. Lupus can also mimic MS. Sometimes doctors will diagnose you with. My doctor tried to diagnose me with MS, and I was like, "Use a lie. I don't have MS. Like, no, like I don't have MS." But he said that because of the way I was walking that day, and he also said that because I have lesions on my brain. I have white lesions on my brain. So, um, I guess he don't want to bring that up anymore because I told him I don't have MS and I don't receive that. Okay? No, it's enough dealing with what I have to deal with for you to try to tell me that I have lupus. So, lupus can cause all types of things. Like it'll even make you feel like you're having a heart attack, like your chest. You'll have this thing called pleurisy that goes on in your chest. You'll have inflammation all around your heart. You have inflammation in your lungs. You have, inflammation. Your kidneys can be inflamed. All kind of things happen. And, you just got to have a very good doctor who's willing to take multiple tests for you and not just, touch you and say, does this hurt? Does that hurt? Oh, well, you don't have lupus or you don't have this. This is what you got. Instead of doing tests, sometimes it requires doctors to do MRIs. It requires them to do CAT scans. It requires them to do, what do you call them? They use ultrasounds. It requires them to do different things for them to see what is going on with your body because some doctors, they will tell you, and I'm telling you, I went through this for years. Some doctors will tell you it's nothing wrong with you. It's all in your head. I promise you, I literally thought I was going crazy because every time I turned around, I was sick. Something was wrong with me. Until one day my husband said, Teresa, I'm going to look for a doctor. After my initial diagnosis, when I was first diagnosed with discoid lupus, which is on the skin lupus and the joints. But later on, I was having all these other symptoms with my heart, my chest, my stomach. Everything was going crazy. And he's like, I'm going to find you a doctor. Somebody going to tell you what's going on. So he found me a doctor. We were living in Jersey. And I said, finally, so when she took all these tests, she took so many vials of blood, I thought I was going to pass out, but I didn't. So she finally came back with the results and called us in and everything. And she explained to me what was going on, that you do have systemic lupus. And this is why you're suffering. This is why you're going through this. Now, in the meantime, because lupus is a disease which makes your body attack itself, I had a hysterectomy. I think I was 38, 39, something like 38, 39. Right when I got diagnosed with lupus, around that time, I had a complete hysterectomy because I was bleeding so much that I was passing clots the size of my hand. Hey, honey, the size of my hand. This is how bad the clots were that I was passing. It got so bad that people thought I was having a miscarriage. They thought I was passing a baby, which I wasn't. It was just clots. And ooh, that's crazy. She said, Michigan Red said, but you really look good though, sis, in spite of everything. Thank God. Well, I appreciate you saying that, but let me tell you, this morning I was determined I was going to go to church, right? And I was having pain in my side. I'm still having this horrible pain in my side. But when I go out in the sun, and that's another thing, they don't have this as one of the symptoms listed down there, but they should have. One of the things that people with lupus go through is the sun is really your enemy. If you go outside without sunscreen, and even one time I did try it with sunscreen, even though I wasn't faithful with it. And I was telling Rhonda this morning that I'm going to get some sunscreen because I'm sick of every time I go out in the sun, my face is attacked. My face is horrible. When I got up this morning, but it was yesterday, this morning, the day before yesterday, my face has been feeling so bad. And then when I get up, My face is so dry and rough and patches all over the place, white patches. I got I call them crumbs because that's what they feel like, crumbs in the creases of my nose. All of this be broke out. All of this be broke out on my face. So I have to use this cream right here. If I don't use this cream, my face is a horrible mess. But at the same time, I can't use too much of it because then it'll break my skin down. It'll be so thin that the doctor said I'll start getting infections. So I have to be careful. Either I'm going to choose to go in the sun or I'm going to stay my behind in the house. And guess what? You can stay in the house, but if the sun is blaring in your house too, and you sitting somewhere where the sun is really on you, that can cause problems for your skin as well. So, we got to pick our battles when we're dealing with lupus. And I'm not saying this to complain. I'm saying this to explain to people so you can see what I'm talking about. As you can see right here, this blotch is here. I put the cream on so you're really not going to see what it really looks like. But my face never looked like this. When I was younger, my face never looked like this. But as you can see, I got darkness under my eyes. I got this right here, which is spreading. The thing about me with my butterfly rash on my nose, it has taken years to get to this point. It started out with a little dot. Look at my face. Oh, look at this. I got all of this stuff. Some of it is from me picking my face because it hurts and I'm trying to get the scabs off. But this is right here in there. You can see that in there. All of that right there. All of that in there. But I use that cream to make it look better. But this stuff hurts. Like, it really, really hurts your skin. My skin literally hurts. Like, some days my skin hurts so bad, I just cry because it hurts. Or my fingers and my hands and my feet hurt so bad. All I can do is cry. And my husband, he tries to console me, and he does a really good job. But baby, when that pain hit, like, what? So, Big Sis said, Butter, it took 5 whole months for them to finally figure out what was going on with me. 5 months and $3,500 later, I got my diagnosis. And $3,500. You know how many crafts you could have got with $3,500? Child, and they quick, doctors are quick to say. She said, Butter, I know a young lady who has lupus and it has caused her skin to look as if she's been burned in a fire. That's how my cousin looked. My cousin on my dad's side, her face was so messed up. She looked like she was burnt in a fire and all of her hair was gone. She had to get custom made wigs because when I saw her, I was like, well, dang. And then me and her, we was the only two that really understood what was going on. And it was just crazy because when I finally got in contact with her, she was telling me about her symptoms and everything. And I was talking to her, and we both realized we had lupus. We was like, dang. And my other 2 cousins hadn't even been diagnosed with their symptom, with their disease at that time. But now they're older. They way older than me. But they have all these symptoms and stuff that's going on. It's like, but it's from my dad's side, basically. Yeah, just like Seal, Gerald. Just like Seal. Seal's face is messed up too. So if I had to be messed up, I thank God I'm not messed up to that degree. But to me, when I get up, I tell everybody, like, I look like a monster. And to me, it looks like a monster because this is not who I used to look like. I didn't look like this. I was pretty when I was younger, and I didn't even know it. I didn't know I was pretty, thank God, because I would have been a stuck-up heifer if I would have known I was pretty. But I didn't really know that I was pretty. But now when I look back at pictures, and when people come in the house and was like, that was you back then, they say it like, dang, that was you? Like I look so different. But to me, I do look different. I don't look like who I used to look like, even though I'm almost 60 years old. So I don't expect to look like what I used to look like. But lupus is tearing me up. It's tearing my face up. It's making me, some days I don't even feel like going outside because I'm scared to go outside because people look at you. And I don't like people looking at me, but it's still, that's just a thing that I have to deal with, Minda, because when I was younger and I was in foster care, people used to always call me ugly. And when I look at the pictures, baby, I was beasting out there. I was ugly. But then when I got older, I started looking like different. I was looking bad when I was younger because I was always mad because I was in foster care and didn't want to be in foster care. And I was an angry little kid. So is lupus hereditary and familial? It is. It's hereditary. Not all lupus is hereditary, but according to the lupus website that I was reading, it says they're still doing research on it. However, it is. They are finding out that it's hereditary. I know it's hereditary because the people on my daddy's side got it. And nobody on my mom's side, none of my siblings from my maternal side have lupus. Although I do have two sisters who are demonstrating signs and symptoms of lupus, and they've been tested, and they've been told that they don't have it. But that's the same thing I went through. I was negative for years. My husband, G. William Scott, he can tell you, I was so sick. I don't even know why he married me, because every time I turned around, I was sick. I was at the hospital. I was in the hospital. Something was going on. I've been diagnosed with aneurysms. So I still have aneurysms. One is they put a stent in one of them over here. Then I got another one in my carotid artery. Then I got another one, but it's only 1 millimeter, and the one in my carotid artery is only 2 millimeters. However, they're watching that because they want to make sure that they don't grow. If they do grow, they're going to have to do something with them, because you don't play around with the carotid artery. She said, "You're still pretty, ma'am." Thank you, big sister, but I expect you to say that. Lupus is a result of genetics and environment. Yeah, and you know what? One thing that my oldest son told me, because we were military, their father was military, and we went to different bases, and there's lawsuits out now about people having been diagnosed with cancer because of being in these military bases. So I'm not sure if, I don't think that anything has anything to do with me being diagnosed with lupus. I just believe that it's familial, because it's autoimmune disease is prevalent on my dad's side of the family. My mom's side of the family has cancer, and my dad's side of the family has autoimmune disease. Butter, your face looks thinner today, even from the other day on that live. Do you swell every now and then? I do. One of my sisters told me, she was like, "Girl, you look like you swollen. What's wrong with you?" Because all of this was swollen. Now, I don't know what that is or what that was, but it does happen to the point that even if I sit like this, my face looks like this. It looks like that. And I'm going down on the steroids. I take prednisone, which is a steroid which my doctor is trying to get me off of. But I swell at times for no reason. I swell for no reason. And there's really nothing I can do about it. So, yep, I do swell. My hands swell. My feet swell. Sometimes my feet swell so bad they're unrecognizable. I look at my feet. I'd be like, Gerald. And I take pictures so that I can show my doctor when I go back, so they can understand some of the things I go through, because a lot of times when I go to the doctors, I'm not having those particular symptoms, but I show them the pictures to let them see, yo, this is what I'm going through, like, really. But sometimes I can send pictures through the portal and mail them to my doctor and let them know what the heck is going on. My husband says common triggers are overwork and not enough rest, being out in the sun, infections, stopping your lupus meds, combinations of other meds, and an injury. Prednisone causes swelling too. It does. But my dosage of prednisone is going down. So I should start to see some effects of me losing weight because of me going down on the prednisone. However, I'm only going down 1 milligram. I'm going down 1 milligram every other month. So whenever he prescribes the medicine, when I finish that dose, like I'm on 9 milligrams now. I started at 10. Now I'm on 9. Next month, I'll be on 8 milligrams until that medicine runs out. Then I'll be on 7 and so forth until he get me down to 5. I can tell the difference of me being on a lower dosage of prednisone, because I hurt like crap. I went to church today. I was determined to go to church today, but I was hurting so bad. I took my tambourine. I played my tambourine for a little bit, and then I stopped playing because my arms and my hands hurt so bad. I just was like, here, Rhonda. I couldn't even play the tambourine. Now, my husband bought that tambourine for me to go to church because I kept bugging him about a tambourine. He bought it. And when I went to church today, I couldn't even play. Like, I could play a tambourine now. Sister can beat a tambourine. But I couldn't even play it like I wanted to because I was hurting so bad. And I'm sitting there like, oh. I'm glad I went because the word was good. I'm glad I went, but I couldn't play the tambourine. I was playing it good enough though. Somebody was in there talking about that girl play that tambourine. So anyway, yeah, Butter, are you a candidate for Ozempic? I tried it. I can't take it. When I tell you my body rejects a lot of medication, I cannot. I tried Ozempic. I tried it once and I stopped, and I tried it again, and I keep getting these really serious pains like in my belly, and I'm like, no, see I'm not taking it. I'm not. It's not. The risks don't. The risks outweigh the benefits for me. Even though when I first started taking it, let me say this about Ozempic. When I first started taking Ozempic, my A1C went down because Ozempic is for diabetes, okay? But people have found out that it causes weight loss, and so now many people are using Ozempic. I don't know if they're changing the formula or whatever's going on, but I started using Ozempic. Before I started having the pain, my A1C went down. Then when I stopped taking it, my A1C went back up. I took it again, but I only took it for a couple of days because I started having that pain again. I was like, I'm not going to do this. So I stopped taking Ozempic again. When I was taking Ozempic that first time, I promise you, I stopped eating like, they kept saying, you going to eat. Aren't you hungry? I was not hungry when I started taking Ozempic. So it is a good source for weight loss if you can take it. But for me, the risks outweigh the benefits, so I don't take it anymore. I asked my doctor about this other weight loss medication that's similar to Ozempic. I forgot what it's called, but she told me no. She said if Ozempic was giving you problems, this medicine, she said the risks outweigh the benefits, so I'm not doing that. So we're going to try you on a 2,000 calorie diet to see how that helps you. So I'm watching what I eat. I'm trying to stay away from snacks. I don't drink sodas anymore. If I do, it's so rare. I drink water all day. I drink water all day. All day long, I drink water. I have coffee in the morning. The rest of the day, for the most part, I drink water. I might have a, what you call them things in the pouch the kids drink? Whatever. I might have one of them at night if I'm like super thirsty and my water's not cold. I might have one of those because my refrigerator is full of stuff. I just don't drink it. Because everything to me tastes super sweet. Like, I'm like, ugh, I can't drink it no more because it's super sweet. But I'm glad to say that when I went to the doctor last week, my A1C was down to 6.4. She said when I went in November, my A1C was 6.5. Yet, when did I go to the doctor? Wednesday, when I went to the doctor, my A1C was down to 6.4, which means she told me I could stop taking the diabetes medicine, the glipizide. She said I could stop taking that because my A1C is down to 6.4. I hope that because I've changed my diet, or I'm not eating as big of portions as I was, and I'm not snacking like I used to, I'm hoping that my A1C will continue to go down, but that I will begin to lose weight. I actually thought when I went to the doctor I was going to be 300 pounds. I was really scared to get on a scale. But to my surprise, I wasn't 300 pounds, thank God, because I think I probably would have passed out in the doctor's office. But for some reason, I'm still retaining, or I'm still, like she said, I'm plateauing. That's what she called it. She said I'm plateauing, but I got to figure out what to do to get past this point so I can continue to lose weight. Now, my husband and I are opposite. My husband's diabetic too. My husband's A1C is high. Mine is low, but he has lost 50 pounds. And I can't lose the weight, which is crazy. So, let me see what my husband said. Butter, you could have animal protein and nightshade vegetables. Nightshade? I ain't never heard of that. Potatoes, tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers. What about them? What is that? There are many other types too, Butter. Types what? Foods that make lupus worse. Oh, okay. Is it working for you? The sister disease of lupus is Sjogren's syndrome, which I have that as well. As a result of lupus, I have Sjogren's syndrome, which means it makes your mouth dry, your eyes dry. Anything that's supposed to be wet is dry. Read between the lines. Okay, so we have a problem with dryness. Every time I go to the eye doctor, first thing they tell me, your eyes are super dry. So Sjogren's is a big part of lupus. Is a 2,000 calorie diet working? I'm not sure because I haven't taken my weight. I'm not sure, but I'm not even sure I'm doing 2,000 calories because I don't know how to count calories. The only thing I know how to count calories is like if I eat a salad, I look at the dressing to see how many calories a serving is. I see what a serving is and I see how many calories that is. Like I have some Cheez-Its here, so if I eat Cheez-Its, I look at the box and see what a serving size is and see what those calories are. But if I'm eating like an egg and some bacon and stuff like that, I don't know what the calories are with that. But I eat 2 slices of bacon, and when I eat bacon, I eat sometimes it depends on if I'm eating a wrap for breakfast, I'll eat 2 eggs. So I have 2 eggs, bacon, and a wrap, and some cheese. And then I won't eat anything else until lunchtime, which is our dinner time for real. And then I'll eat whatever that meal is. Sometimes it's potatoes, sometimes it's rice, sometimes it's macaroni because my husband makes macaroni and cheese, so sometimes it's that. But my portion sizes are much smaller than they used to be. So I'm not eating a whole lot like I used to. I used to be snacking all day long. Cookies, honey buns, chips, cheese curls. Anything I get my hands on that I like, that's what I was eating. So now I eat yogurt. When I have it, I have to go to the store and get me some. I'm craving it now. I really want this yogurt. And now I like blueberry yogurt. When my favorite yogurt used to be strawberry banana, but now my favorite yogurt is blueberry. So I got to get some more yogurt. I like that. So I'm learning how to count calories, but stuff like eggs and bacon, I don't know how many calories that is. Whatever the case is, but I'm learning. I looked up that syndrome and read that. I wish I had some candy corn right now. No, when I came home from church, I was so hungry. I wanted, oh my God, I just wanted to eat. I was so hungry. And I was like, you know what? This is a trick of the enemy trying to make me want to just go. I was at the store with Rhonda, but I didn't get anything because I'm really trying to stay away from doing all the snacking. So when I came home, I was so hungry, but I opened up the cabinet and I found a can of fruit cocktail. So I'm gonna eat that. I like peach and blueberry yogurt. Yeah, peach yogurt is really good too. Peach yogurt is real good. But just lupus is just what's the other stuff that come with it, Gerald? It's Sjogren's. It's that disease, Raynaud's disease, where your fingers in the wintertime turn blue and stuff like that. And it really, really painful. Like in the wintertime, I hate going out because my feet and my hands, they hurt like so bad. Even with gloves on, it's like you don't even have gloves on. That's how Raynaud's disease is. Either your fingers turn blue or they turn white. Up in here, up in this part, they turn blue or they turn white. Baby, that's a pain. When the tips of your finger hurt and your toes hurt, when you're out in the cold, I don't care what I have on. I could have on multiple pair of socks. I could have on boots. I could have on sneakers. I could have on whatever. And it feels like I have nothing on. It feels like I'm just naked in the elements and it hurts that bad. I'm telling you, that's crazy. My husband said we only eat 2 meals and we stop eating mostly at 6 p.m., maybe a small snack. Nothing after 7. Walmart has, yeah, they do. Walmart has the best pizza. So I've learned from my husband about this eating thing because when he lost near about 100 pounds one year, I remember we were in Camden. I don't even know why he did it, but he stopped eating basically. Like, he would eat, I promise you, if I had a chip, I would show you. He would take 3 chips out of the bag and say, that's all I'm eating. I'm just want 3 chips. He would eat 3 chips, and it would take him a half an hour to eat 3 chips because that's the way he broke it down. And I would look at him. I thought he had literally lost his mind. I really thought my husband was cracking up. I thought something was wrong with him because he decided he was going to lose weight. And for whatever reason, he decided to do that. This man, when I tell you he lost 95 pounds, or was it 100? He could put it down in the comments. But he was almost 300 pounds, and he went down he was 395 pounds, I think. And he went down to 295 pounds or 290 pounds. I was so scared because it didn't take him a lot of time to do it. I was so scared. I was like, this man is going crazy. I was like, I'm calling your doctor because I think something wrong with you. That when I tell you, he looked like he was on crack, though, because we were used to seeing him big, but he looked like he was on some kind of drug. But he literally, I sat there and watched him. He literally would eat 3 chips and take him a half an hour to eat them because he would just bite it like little bit, and he's put it down. And then a few minutes later, he'd pick it up and eat it again, and he'd put it down. I was like, I never seen nobody take a half an hour to eat 3 chips. So it was like, okay, this is crazy. So he said 299 to 215. Whatever it was, he lost a lot of weight. And not me. I didn't do that though, because I couldn't see myself eating those 3 chips like that and taking a half an hour to eat a chip, because I'm a greedy little one. I'm greedy. Yes, I am. I am. I'm sitting here right now, jonesing, because I want something to eat. I want to eat something. I need to put something in my mouth right now. And that's one thing about people on diets. We do things to hurt ourselves, because when we are hungry, the problem is not eating. The problem is portion size. So the problem is not eating. It's your portion size. Like, I got cheeses on my door right now, and I got to get some more, because cheeses help me when I need to have a snack. So the box says to eat 20. It was 23 or 27. I think it was 23 cheeses. I can do that because, excuse me, he said no, you wasn't in the hospital bed when you lost that weight. We was in Camden in that other house. That wasn't then. We was in that other apartment. When you lost all that weight. You lost all that weight. But that's another thing, that, because even now, my husband and I was the same weight. When we moved in here, my husband and I were the same. We weighed the same. And now he done went 50 pounds past me. He's 50 pounds less than me right now. And I'm mad at him because I'm like, I cut my portion size, he cut his portion size. I cut when I stopped eating, he cut when he stopped eating. And he loses weight. And this man be in his wheelchair all day. And he loses weight. And I be like, what is wrong with me? But I'm on different type of medications that he is on, though. I'm on different types of medication. And prednisone is one of them. And prednisone makes you eat. Prednisone makes you fat. Prednisone gives you a belly. And I have a belly. I'm overweight, and I like to eat. But, again, I've cut my portion sizes down, so I'm going to see what happens. Menda said, popcorn is an excellent substitute. I think I'm going to get some. Exactly, it's how much you eat, my husband said. And it is. It's like, when I ate dinner today, I had 2 little pork chops. Like, they was about this big each. Literally. Like, that big. 2 of them. And I had some potato salad. That was dinner. That was dinner. So now I'm finna eat some cheeses, though, because the sister's hungry. But a lot of problems that people have, even when I look at my 600-pound life, when the doctor now tries to put these 600, 700, 800-pound people on the 1,200 calorie diet, that's a near impossibility unless they are in the hospital being watched and treated in the hospital. Most of the time when Dr. Now puts those people on the $1,200 calorie diet, they revert back to, they'll never stop really their old eating habits, but they'll do it for like a week or so, but then they revert right back to it. And then they what do you call it, Gerald? They gouge themselves. They really overeat, because now he done told you're going to only eat 1,200 calories. And in your mind, you like, your mind is like, I don't eat no 1,200 calories. I eat more like 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 calories a day. And now you telling me I got to eat 1,200? So the mind is like, I'm not even accepting that fact. I'm not going to eat 1,200 calories. So when I told my doctor the other day, Wednesday, I said, I think maybe I should eat a 1,200 calorie diet. She said, no, do not do that. She said, eat a 2,000. She said, start at 2,000. She said, do not do 1,200. She said, because you're going to mess yourself up. And she ain't lying. She ain't lying, because when you tell yourself that you can't eat, or you can only eat a certain amount of stuff, your brain, especially when you're used to eating, your brain be like, no, sis, we're not going to do that. So I wake up in the middle of the night and I be hungry. I be like, I need to eat something. I need to eat something. I need to eat something. Lord, please help me. Literally, I go through this at night. Not every night, but some nights I go, I be like, I got to eat something. Lord, please let me eat something. So a good practice is to always make sure you have something around. Eat small meals during the day. If you're on a $2,000 calorie diet, break your calories up. If you eat 900 calories in the morning and you on a 2,000 calorie diet, then you know you only got 1,100 calories left. You better use those 1,100 calories wisely. So that's the kind of thing that we got to change our minds to do, and do it. I hate butter popcorn. Hi, Lavinia. We have popcorn. Okay, I can pop some if you want. Yeah, pop some, but don't put a lot of grease in it, because you know I hate that. Well, I get the movie theater butter, and I hate greasy butter. I hate greasy butter. I don't care if it's butter or grease butter. I hate greasy butter. I swear, if I go to the movies, you will never catch me putting butter on popcorn. I hate it. Girl, leaving the hospital, you would end up eating that bed. Exactly. You would, because you're restricting your body. No, and that's how people stop dieting, because we starve ourselves. We're not supposed to starve ourselves. I love popping the kernels from scratch. Yeah, he does. We got that old fashioned. 1,200 calories first mean you can eat water and air only, pretty much. I love Orville microwave popcorn only. I like microwave popcorn too, but when I get it, I get the kind with the butter on it, because my husband likes butter. But he's been popping, the Orville, I think it's Orville Redenbacher popcorn, the kind that you got to pop in a pot. So he cooks that. But he likes butter, and I hate butter. I hate butter on popcorn. I don't care. Like, ugh, it's so disgusting to me. I don't like a lot of greasy stuff. I just don't like greasy. What's really funny is that the only thing with butter that I'll eat, it's the only thing. Yeah, well, I eat butter. I do eat butter, but even we both cut down so much on stuff, but he's losing the weight and I'm not. But my A1C has gone down and his hasn't. So I don't know what that is, but again, we take different medication. Plus, he's on that diabetic medicine called I was taking that medicine too. I couldn't take it. It made me sick. And a lot of people get sick off that medicine. What's the name of that diabetic medicine you take, Gerald, that you got to take like two pills at one time? I forgot what it's called, but I can't take it. I don't make mine greasy popcorn. I'm no longer like greasy or fried foods anymore. Yeah, my husband, when he puts his mind to something, he puts his mind to it. He changes everything. Yo, where you from? Not glipizide, the other one. It's the other one where you take the 2 pills. I used to take it too. I forgot what it's called. I'm from Philadelphia bloodline. Where you from? Brother Gerald, he is disciplined. He's so disciplined to the point that it gets on my nerves, because I'm not like I'm not like that. And he'll say I'm gonna stop eating XYZ, and guess what? He stops eating XYZ. Like right now, he's not even. He might eat bacon once or twice a week, but guess how many pieces of bacon he eat? 1. He don't eat ham. He don't eat scrapple. He don't eat anything like that. He really said that he's not going to eat it, and he don't eat it. Right, Lavinia, metformin. Metformin, that's what it is. That metformin, I couldn't take that metformin. Every time I took it, I lived in the bathroom when I was taking metformin. And I called my doctor and I said, yo, I'm not taking it. You can take it, but I'm not taking metformin. That stuff sends you to the bathroom, and I was living in the bathroom. Plus, it made me nauseous. I'm like, I'm not taking it. But you have to be the master of your body. You know what? Yes, I am a Christian. I really am. Scrapple is a northern dish, I guess. I don't know what it is. It's something all mixed up together, and you just fry it and eat it. I've been eating it since I was. Yes. Hello.
Hello?
I'm on live. What's up?
Nothing, just letting you know I'm in.
Okay, it's
I
before.
thought you went to bed.
I'm doing a live about lupus.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Call me later. All right.
Okay. That's Rhonda, y'all. I told her she could leave early today because she always be getting home late. So I told her to just go home today early. So she's home now. She ain't been home this early since I don't know when. But anyway, yes, I am a Christian. Gerald Scott said I eat lean turkey slices on grain bread for breakfast most of the time, and he does. Um, yeah, it's harsh to the body. What's harsh to the body? Michigan Red said I'm from Michigan. I've never heard of scrapple. Um, I don't know what it is. It's some pork product. So I guess it's like a hot dog and kinda. It's not, it doesn't taste like a hot dog in any way. But I'm saying, when they take scraps or whatever and put them together and they call it scrapple because it's pig scraps, I guess. I really don't know what scrapple is. I never looked at the ingredients for scrapple. Woo! But anyway, I like it, so I eat it. Um, my husband does. He's on this turkey thing now. He eats lean turkey for breakfast, and we'll get a hoagie, like a 6-inch hoagie or whatever. And sometimes he'll only eat half of that and won't eat nothing else. And I just be looking at him like, I get mad at him because he do that. You get me a 6-inch hoagie, I'm eating it. Okay. Scrapple sounds like Snapple and apples mixed. Well, it don't taste like Snapple and apples. Okay. And I do have some Snapple in my refrigerator, but it's been there. Like, I'm telling you, I've been drinking water because I've been craving water. And everybody's looking at me like, wow, you really have changed that part of your life. If you can change that, then you can change the other stuff. So I say like this, don't rush yourself one day at a time. Yeah, metformin is horrible. Um, don't rush yourself if you're trying to change your diet. Make some changes, but don't try to do everything at one time. With Rhonda's trying to drink more water. Okay, so she got the big jug from the Dollar Tree, the $5 jug that has you drinking 64 ounces of water a day. Rhonda tried to do it too fast. She did it too fast. She was supposed to finish drinking it by 9 p.m. She finished drinking most of hers by 5 p.m. when it was time for her to get off of work. And it was messing with her. She was doing too much. She didn't follow the instructions. She knew what the instructions were, but she didn't follow the instructions. So it messed her up. Like, she was going every time. She was in the bathroom like every 5 minutes. So I told her, don't do that. Don't do that. So today she barely drank any water at all. Rhonda literally hates water. When she drinks water, if you look at her, you would think she was drinking castor oil. She literally hates water. So trying to get her to drink water is like crazy. But I'm letting her go at her own pace because you don't want to overdo it with the water. You drink a gallon of water a day. I don't know how much water I drink, but this gets filled up several times a day. And I drink spring water. Rhonda be trying to drink that tap water. And the tap water is nasty to me because you can taste bleach in it. And it has a completely different taste. I drink spring water. And I really like it. I had to get off that mess, and I don't use insulin anymore either. I've never been on insulin. My husband's never been on insulin. They threatened to put him on insulin, but they tried another medicine for him, and he's doing better. I think his A1C is going down too. My husband says scrapple, mush of pork, cornmeal flour, buckwheat flour, and spices. Oh, see, I never knew it. Lavinia said she lost 60 pounds by changing eating habits and portions. So what were you eating, Lavinia, and what did you stop eating? And are you on a calorie specific diet? Like, do you eat 2,000 calories a day, or you just change your portion sizes and what you eat? I drink bottled water too, but yeah, I can't. Let me tell you something. One of these aides came in here one day. One of my aides, because I've been changing aides left to right because, anyway, we won't talk about that. Um, and I asked the lady to fill up my bottle. Guess what she did? She went in the kitchen and filled it up with spigot water. So I started drinking. I didn't pay it no mind. I didn't know that she had filled it up like that. When I started drinking it because I wanted the water, I said, ew, what's wrong with this water? This water nasty. I said, it tastes like bleach. This water here smells like bleach. And that's probably why Rhonda is getting sick, because she keep drinking the spigot water and my husband keep telling her not to. It tastes like bleach. And I said, well, where'd you get this water from? Because it's not the water that I've been drinking. I said, did you get it out of the spigot? She didn't answer me, but my husband was sitting right there. He said, you know you did. And she started laughing. He said, she got it out the spigot. I asked her to pour it out. I said, pour it out and give me my spring water out this bottle, because I can tell the difference. And it smells like, I had water. Rhonda had filled up a lemonade, old lemonade bottle with water to water my plants. One day I opened up the bottle and I just smelled it. It smelled like bleach. I poured it out. I was like, this water smells like bleach. Like, I'm not watering my plants with bleach. Sometimes it smells really strong like bleach and sometimes it doesn't. But I don't drink spigot water. If I can help it, I do not drink spigot water. I don't know if these waters in these bottles come from the spring, but they sure don't taste like bleach. That's what I'm saying. Yep, it smells like bleach too. Scrapple, most popular in Pennsylvania. Yeah, and it's funny that if you leave out of the north, if you go anywhere else but the north, people be like, what the heck is scrapple? And I can't explain it to them, but my husband broke it down, so that's good. I just changed portions and what I ate. I ate a lot of watermelon, no pop, no fried food, ate beans, rice, lots of water. Now, one thing one doctor told me is to stop eating white stuff. Stop eating white rice, stop eating white potatoes, stop eating sugar. I'm not going to stop eating sugar because I put sugar in my coffee in the morning. So I drink coffee and I drink a lot of water. I'm not stopping to drink water. Sugar. I eat watermelon all summer long. Now, my husband bought me some watermelon. Why I say it like that? My husband bought me some watermelon a couple of weeks ago. It was hard as crap. You know how they have the watermelon cut up in Walmart. He got me some watermelon. It was hard. It was rock hard. Rock hard. Rhonda threw it away. Rock hard. She got one too. And I asked her about her water. I said, was your watermelon hard? She said, yes. They had to throw it away. So, in the summertime, we be grubbing on watermelon. When Gerald's mother was here, she loved watermelon too. We ate so much watermelon. It was ridiculous. So this summer, what I know I'm going to do, I'm going to get a watermelon, a big watermelon. I'm just going to cut it up. I'm going to cut it up and we're going to eat it, because sometimes Gerald will eat watermelon too. It depends on what his mood is. He'll eat it. Baby, that watermelon is the thing right there. And I also realized I like pineapples. I really do like fresh pineapples. I hate pineapples in a can. But fresh pineapples, I love. Watermelon season is July and August. I didn't know that. I thought it was the beginning of the summer. Do you eat seeded or seedless watermelon? I try to get the seeded watermelons. Any fruit that I eat, I try to get the seed in it. Now, what I cannot find in Philadelphia, or what I should say is extremely hard to find, is grapes with seeds in them. Everywhere you go, you see seedless grapes, seedless grapes, seedless grapes. I'm of the belief that the Bible says that everything is going to produce after its own kind. I like my watermelon with seeds in it. I like my grapes with seeds in it. But I can't find grapes with seeds. To me, it's like They're manufacturing grapes. They're making grapes, but how y'all making grapes if they don't have seeds? I don't understand it. And they don't even taste the same. These seedless grapes do not taste the same. They taste like, they just like water. They just water. They don't even have a taste to them anymore. So I don't even buy grapes like I used to. But but I like watermelon and I like oranges too. But no, I haven't had no other color watermelon but the red kind. No. No. Never had any watermelon but the red kind. But I like grapes. But these grapes that they're manufacturing now, I don't know what they are. I don't know. I don't like them. They taste like water. The last grapes I did get, I was like, ugh, I really got to not eat grapes because they taste like what? Oranges, if I eat, I like those little halo things, the tangerine things. I like those. But the last time I ate them, and I still have some in my kitchen, I'm scared to eat them now because I started itching when I was eating them. And I asked my doctor about that too. I'm like, I'm almost 60 years old. Why am I starting to itch now eating these oranges? She said it may be the pesticides on the peel, or you just may have contracted an allergy. It happens to people late in life too. Mandarins, he calls them. They're still on my counter. I won't eat them now because I hate itching. It's bad enough that sometimes just because of this lupus, when I go to bed, or I don't even have to go to bed, but most of the time is when I go to bed, I just start itching. I just start itching for no reason. I just start itching. I have to take a Benadryl because I'm itching. And I do that sitting down in my living room sometimes. I just start itching. I'm like, why am I itching? I just start itching for no reason. And I have to take a Benadryl because I just itch. And then, sometimes I could eat oranges or pineapples or bananas and my mouth starts breaking out. My mouth just starts breaking out. So with everything with me, it's like, do it and then see what happens because I never know what's going to happen with me. I just never know. So, you wait to get almost 60 to start having allergies to stuff. I'm like, what is the problem? Okay, Lavinia, have a good day. Let's check out her page. She got Lavinia's Handmaids. Let's go over there and see what she got going on over there. So, I just wanted to come on and talk about lupus. Like, my face is burning right now, right in here. My whole face is burning, and I haven't been doing anything but drinking water. If y'all ever have any questions about lupus, just let me know. It could be the acid in the pineapples, but baby, I'm gonna let that acid get to me because I like them pineapples. What? I had got a fresh pineapple for my mother-in-law one time, and she was grubbing on that pineapple. She was grubbing on it, and I was like, let me taste that pineapple. When I tasted that pineapple, I was like, oh, Lord. I'm about to eat her pineapple up. I'm about to eat her pineapple. That pineapple was tasty. And I got a cup of some pineapples after that. But I like the fresh ones. Cut them up for me. And let me eat them pineapples because I will eat that. For real. So pineapple. Watermelon is my favorite. Watermelon is my favorite. Pineapple is my second favorite. Even though pineapple and watermelon is like running head to head. And I like oranges. I like bananas too. But bananas more so than anything hurt my mouth. They make my mouth hurt. The roof of my mouth and my tongue, bananas be doing me in. But I like bananas. So, I guess I just have to keep some Benadryl around. People with lupus should be cautious when eating. What? People with lupus should be cautious when eating bananas since bananas are high in potassium. Oh, my. Are you serious right now? Thank you. These are paparazzi earrings. Paparazzi. I done had these for a couple years now. Bananas are horrible to me. No, bananas are good, especially if you put them in some cereal. But I just like eating plain bananas. Just rip that peel off of it and get to eating. But bananas hate me. Bananas hate me. I'd be like, and the first person I talk to is my husband. I was like, Gerald, my mouth is burning. And he'd be like, well, stop eating it. My husband got a slick mouth sometimes, but it's funny. Um, so yeah, certain things be making me bug, boy. I'd be like, oh my God, why did I eat that? So anyway, if you have symptoms that I've described and if you're still on here or if you're looking at this in a replay, type replay in the comment section if you're looking at it in a replay. But if you have anything that I described, these symptoms, please talk to your doctor because I am not a doctor. I am not giving out any diagnosis. I'm not saying you have this or that. I'm saying what I am experiencing and shared with you what came from the Lupus Foundation of America, the symptoms and things that they said on their website. They said they believe that lupus is hereditary and it comes from family, it's hereditary and environmental. So if you're having symptoms, even if you've gone to the doctor and they've taken tests and the tests were negative, don't stop, because most people that get diagnosed with lupus do not get diagnosed the first time they get tested. They do not get diagnosed the first time they are tested, and there's no one test that determines whether or not you have lupus. When I got diagnosed with discoid lupus, I had a biopsy done. It wasn't because of a blood test. It was because of a biopsy. The doctor cut something over here, took a portion of my skin and sent it to the lab. That's how I got diagnosed with lupus. When I had this bubble on my eye, as you can see right here, the doctor cut that portion of my eye and my lid right here, because it used to be a big bubble on there. They cut that and sent that to the lab because he thought I had cancer. Everybody trying to diagnose me with cancer. He did the biopsy on that eyelid last year, and it came back as lupus. And the funny thing about it is when he got the test results, he called me. And I'm thinking I'm scared because he called me, right? And he said, Mrs. Scott, did you know you have lupus? I said, what? He said, do you know you have lupus? I said, sir, I told you that. Before you did the biopsy, I told you that I have lupus. He wrote it down, but he didn't remember. I was like, that's crazy. Thanks for this upload, but it was quite informative. Got to run too. Love you and my brother Gerald. Enjoy your evening, everyone. Blessings to all. Blessings to you too, big sis. Thanks for stopping by. I'm finna get off anyway, but anyway. Lupus person should limit serving milk, yogurt, cheese, everything I like. Are we serious right now? Milk, yogurt, cheese, peas, nuts, and seeds, and peanut butter because they are high in phosphorus, a mineral that builds up in the blood as kidney failure progresses. Get out of here. Peas? Yogurt? That's too much because I like all of that stuff. A mineral that builds up in the blood as kidney failure progresses. Well, I don't have kidney failure. Thank God. Thank God for that. I don't have kidney failure. It's a young lady that I talk to sometimes on Instagram, and she used to be on YouTube. I think she's still on YouTube, but she's on Instagram, and she has lupus, but now she's on dialysis because her kidneys are failing. And she's young. She's like 30. She's very young. So, even though I know I'm going through stuff, there's people going through worse than I am with, the lupus that they're experiencing. So, though I'm going through stuff, I thank God I'm not going through that. Because dialysis, I've seen what dialysis do to people, and I ain't trying to be that girl. So thank y'all for joining me. I'll be popping off and on, talking about lupus and the symptoms and stuff. But persons with lupus are prone to having heart and kidney disease. I know about it. I read enough about that. Y'all can see I'm losing my eyebrows because even people with lupus lose their hair. I was one of my aides, she was putting lotion on my legs one day when I got out of the shower, and she kept looking at my legs. I'm like, what's wrong with her? Then I said, oh, let me just tell you, I don't have hair anymore. I don't have hair on my legs. I don't have hair on my arms. I don't have hair on my underarms. And now I'm losing the hair on my eyebrows. I'm not shaving. I don't shave. But I'm losing the hair on my eyebrows now. And that's a part of lupus. Some people with lupus lose their hair. So I'm starting to lose the hair on my eyebrows. I don't think I said anything to my husband about it, but I am losing the hair on my eyebrows. And my eyelashes seem to be like they're trying to disappear too. But anyway, it is what it is. So there is a thing called fake eyelashes. I'll get them if I have to get my eyebrows tattooed on. I get my eyebrows tattooed on so I can have some eyebrows because I don't want to be walking around without eyebrows. So thank y'all for joining me. This was informative. I try to be lighthearted about it. And it is what it is. Again, I am not a medical doctor. If you think that you are experiencing anything that I have described on here, please talk to your doctor. Ask them to refer you to a rheumatologist. Even ask them to refer you to a dermatologist, because it was a dermatologist that found out that I have lupus. She wasn't a rheumatologist. She was a dermatologist. Dr. Susan Taylor here in Philadelphia. She was a dermatologist. So you can get diagnosed through a dermatologist or a rheumatologist or a regular doctor. They just have to take the proper test, and your lupus has to be active at the time that they're taking the test for them to be able to determine what you have. Okay? Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy Palm Sunday. God bless you until we meet again. Have a good one.